Most people think great speakers are born with talent. They are not. They are using techniques. And once you understand them, your speaking changes fast. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 speaking techniques plus one bonus technique that can make you dramatically more engaging, more memorable, more influential. And if you apply even just 3 out of these well, you will already start sounding better than most people around you. Hi, this is Bishal Sarkar. I've been doing public speaking for the last 16.5 years, and I've trained corporate leaders from companies like IBM, Google, Cisco, Apple, and what I'm about to show you today will change your life. And that is why these techniques matter so much, especially if you want to become a great speaker. Somewhere near the end, I'm going to share with you one bonus technique that is simple, that is subtle, and unbelievably powerful because it can make people feel instantly understood when you speak. Number 1, use the rule of 3. Our brain loves threes because threes create clarity, rhythm, and memory. If you say something once, it feels information, but if you say something twice, it becomes noticeable. But when you say something for the third time, and the third time, it starts feeling complete. So when you want your message to stick on stage or virtually, package it in threes. 3 benefits, 3 lessons, 3 mistakes, or 3 promises. Because 3 is not random. 3 is satisfying. And satisfying language gets remembered. Number 2, use pattern interrupts. Audience loves patterns until the patterns becomes predictable. The moment your rhythm becomes too safe, the audience starts drifting. So great communicators know how to interrupt the patterns. You can suddenly lower your voice, pause unexpectedly, or move to a different spot when you're talking. Say something funny in a serious moment, or say something deeply serious in a funny moment. That interruption jolts the audience back into the present. It wakes up the attention. It creates freshness. If your speaking ever starts sounding too smooth, too predictable, break the pattern. Number 3, speak to both the head and the heart. Some speakers only speak to the head. They give logic, data, facts, bullet points, emotes, boring stuff. They inform people. The other speakers speak only to the heart. They use emotion and energy and storytelling. That inspires people, but something is missing there as well. The real magic is in the mix. If you speak only to the head, people will understand you. If you only speak to the heart, people will feel you. But if you do both, people will remember you and act on what you said. So every time you prepare a talk, ask 2 questions. Does this make sense? What does this make them feel? And if you want more public speaking videos that actually help you become more engaging in communication, confident in meetings, and more influential with words, subscribe to the channel right now because every week I break down practical speaking tools like this you can use immediately. Number 4, mirror the audience. When people feel like they click with somebody, very often what is happening is subtle mirroring. The tonality, the pace, the posture, the energy. When these things are matching neutrally and naturally, trust begins to rise. As a speaker, you can do this ethically. If the room is calm, begin calm. If the room is energetic, start with energy. Then slowly lead them where you want them to go with you. But the key is do it subtly. If you do it too obviously, it will become awkward. So if you do it well, it will feel natural. And when it's natural, connection becomes much more easier. Number 5, use the power drop. A lot of people accidentally end statements like questions. That weakens authority. It makes strong ideas uncertain. Instead, land important lines lower. Drop the pitch at the end of the sentence. For example, instead of saying, I hope that makes sense, you'll say, I hope that makes sense. See how it's going down? So for your next presentation, your next salary request, your next important idea, do not let line float upward with a doubt. Let it drop. Number 6, pause with purpose. Most people know they should pause after an important point. But advanced communicators that get trained by me, they know how to pause before the important point. They pause to build anticipation. The pause creates the weight. That is what makes the audience lean in. So when you're about to say something important, do not rush. Just hold the space. Let the silence prepare the room and then deliver the line. Then pause again. That's how public speaking starts feeling powerful instead of rushed. Number 7, open loops. This is where you use a question or a mystery or an unfinished story early and close it later. The human brain hates unfinished business, so that it is waiting for closure. For example, imagine for a second that you're talking to a group of audience. Instead of just going into the story, say, I'm about to tell you a story, and by the way, at the end of the story, there is an important lesson about how I made $1 million in my career. But anyways, what happened? Just because you said something is coming toward the end, people are now going to listen to you because they are hooked toward the end. They are looking because of the hook. Does that make sense to you? Number 8, start with the conversational curiosity. A lot of speakers begin formally. They're too polished. There is no point at all. For example, say something like, I was not planning to share this, or this is not easy for me to admit. Before I start, I need to tell you something personal. Those lines do not feel like a lecture. They feel like a human moment. And public speaking becomes much stronger when it feels like a dialogue instead of a performance, right? Number 9, transfer energy. Audiences do not just hear your words, they feel your emotional state. If you're tense, they feel the tension. If you're playful, they relax. If you're inspired, they rise with you. That means before you speak, you must set your own state intentionally. If you want to create joy, feel joy first. If you want to create courage, step into courage first. If you want them to feel comfortable first, because you cannot transfer what you do not carry. And number 10, use call and response. Ask questions the audience can answer silently in their mind. For example, have you ever felt that? Has that ever happened to you? What do you think about it? These are rhetorical questions. You're not asking them to reply. You're just saying it so that they are actually replying in their own head. Even if they never speak it out loud, they respond internally. And the moment they respond internally, they are connecting with you externally. They are no longer passive listeners. They are now active participants, and that's called engagement. Here's a bonus technique for you. I call it the empathy echo. If somebody says, I feel overwhelmed, you just say, overwhelmed? That small echoing of one word slows the conversation down. It creates safety. It makes the other person feel that you are hearing them. For example, if somebody comes to you and says, man, I don't know, I'm feeling so much stuck in life. Don't give solutions. Say, stuck in life? Do you get what I'm talking about? Let's quickly review. Number 1, the rule of 3. Number 2, pattern interrupt. Number 3, head and heart communication. Number 4, audience mirroring. Number 5, power drop. Number 6, purposeful pausing. Number 7, open loops. Number 8, conversational curiosity. Number 9, energy transfer. And number 10, call and response. And the bonus, number 11, the empathy echo. If you master even just 3 of these, your public speaking will already feel more intentional, more engaging, and more memorable. And if you want to master this at a deeper level, I want to invite you to my Speak Like a CEO Masterclass. It is a very practical, high-impact training where I show you exactly how to use your voice more powerfully, your structure, so that you can communicate your message and articulate in such a manner that people will say, wow, that was powerful. The link is in the description. Join us and let us transform the way you communicate and speak forever. Because your competitors are coming to the next masterclass. So before they jump in, you jump in. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, because next week I'm coming up with another video that will change your life. This is Bishal Sarkar, reminding you that public speaking is not about perfection. It's all about connection.